Morning, Allison. We'll get started in just a moment. Just want to make sure you have everything you need for practice today. You may want to use blocks. We will be doing half moon as part of our sequence, as well as just having the blocks available in case you need it is always a plus. And while you're here, just wanting to let you know that the studio is all nice and sanitized and clean. I didn't have to do a whole lot because there hasn't been anybody in here but me. But my intention is to actually sage the space as well, and I'm going to do it today so that you won't smell the fumes tomorrow. But I'm super excited. I'm excited. Joe's making some posters just as reminders. If you have a chance, if you got the waiver, if you want to go ahead and just either shoot me an email verifying that you have seen the waiver, you want to sign it. I will have individual pins available here tomorrow, and individual sheets for you to sign, but basically it just says that you understand your responsibility to do no harm, and I uphold that responsibility to bring you no harm. Just to have that on file. So I'm going to actually get us started, and then anybody else who wants to join can just join right on in. I'm going to start first just coming into a comfortable seated position. Our theme for today is joyful acceptance. We'll be doing a little bit of a dance, flow, vinyasa, but all the poses will fold right into one another, and we're going to be doing some long holds for some of them. You get to go to the level of intensity that feels good for you. I'm actually going to take it to a high level of intensity for today, and I just invite you to keep up with me if you can, stay in the room if you can, and if you need to dial it down, feel free to do so. So just starting in a comfortable seated upright position. Hands just resting gently on the knees, finding the center of your pelvis, evenly distributing weight to the hips. And then aligning the heart over the hips and the head over the heart. Allow your attention, your awareness to drop into the breath. And as you breathe in, intentionally see if you can direct that breath into the hips and into the base of your pelvis. And let it fill up from the bottom to the top. And exhale from the top down. As you exhale, just draw the navel in, constricting it just slightly, pressing all the air out. Continue this flow, breathing in, breathing out. Focusing on breathing in through the nose, and then breathing out through the mouth. The benefit of breathing in through the nose is one, not only is the nose designed to filter the air that comes in, but the passage of the air rises up to the space between the eyebrows and then moves back through the breath channel, down the back of the throat and into the lungs. You can get the same effect by breathing in through the mouth. However, it doesn't necessarily pass through the sinuses when you breathe in through the mouth. By using deep breaths, we bring balance back into our body, back into time and space. Reminding ourselves that we get to choose. Nothing outside of us can make us or not make us feel a certain way. It's the meaning that we assign to those neutral circumstances. And as you continue breathing, consider setting an intention for your time today. Perhaps sticking with the theme of joyful acceptance. Or maybe there's something else that would better serve you where you are right now in your practice. And seeing your intention in your mind's eye, be it a sentence or maybe there's an image, gently place that intention in the upper left-hand corner of your mind. Take a deep breath in for me. And as you exhale, sighing it out, allowing the eyes to gently flutter open. Let's go ahead and rock back. Place the soles of the feet out in front of you as we start our warming up. Bring your hands back behind you in that hammock pose. I'm just going to windshield wiper the knees. We will be doing a lot of hip opening or hip work today, so it's a way to just warm it up. Take the knees over to either side, going as far as it feels good to open up those hips for you. And then just allowing the knees to settle down on one side for just a moment. If you're feeling any tightness in the neck, maybe looking over the opposite shoulder, rolling the head back, around. Then lifting the knees and take them to the other side. Doing the same thing, just roll the head. And then as the knees come back up, walk the hands in. We're just going to place the hands down in front. Gently let the heart melt down. Hey Lorraine, hey Sherry. Just warm it up today, right now. So as I was telling Allison, the studio is ready. It's all prepared. Today's practice will be a vinyasa dance flow. I will be going at a pretty medium to high intensity level, but listen to your body. If you need to dial it down a bit, feel free to do so. We're going to be playing around with some balance, some hip openings, some hip rotations. Good. Inhale, lifting up and out. Go ahead and walk the feet over to the side and come onto all fours. Rising up, we're going to move into our sun salutations as a warm-up. Check the feet are hip width apart. We're going to be combining some different postures in the sun salutation. Sprinkle it up a little. Inhale, circle those arms around and go up. A gentle back bend on the hold of the breath, and exhale, forward fold. Soft bend to the knees here, and pull the weight of the body into the balls of the feet and into the toes. Take your right elbow, place it in your left hand, left elbow in the right hand, and let the head drape down, crown of the head pointing to the mouth. Deep breath in here. Making sure that you're setting an intention for your time on the mat. Being impeccable with your word to yourself as we go through the sequence together. Moving into chair pose, release the hands and rise up into chair, sitting back into the hips, rock back into the heels and lower those hips down just a little bit more with each exhale. Lift the heart, breathing in and exhale, forward fold, take it all the way down. If you need to use blocks here, please feel free to grab those, bring them into your practice. You're going to step to the back of the mat with the right foot first. Finding lunge pose, pressing that right hip down as you press the right heel back, looking up. Lifting the hips, step back to the left. Finding plank pose, shoulders broad down the back of the body. Keep those collarbones open. Option to come down and chaturanga, or all the way down to crocodile. Untuck the toes, press the tops of the feet to the mat, rise up into cobra, shoulders down. Good. Lifting the hips, tuck the toes, rising up to downward dog, breathe. Walk it out. Looking to the top of the mat, step that right foot forward. Lowering down with that left thigh, left hip, press the left heel back, look up. And as you raise the hips up, step forward with the left foot, finding your forward fold. Inhale to chair pose, rising up, breathing in, lower those hips, each exhale, 2 more. Good, forward fold. Ragdoll. Releasing the hands, step back with the right foot again. Lunge pose. Step back with the left. Strong plank pose here. Good, lower down. King cobra or baby cobra, your option. Shoulders down, even whichever one that you choose. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Rising up. Downward dog. Looking to the top of the mat, left foot steps forward. Oops, I'm sorry, just kidding. Right foot steps forward. Finding lunge. Videos are not edited. Lift the hips, step the left foot forward, forward, forward. Again, checking that you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Rise up to chin. Let's add on, shaking it up a bit. Deep chair. Forward fold. This time we're going to step to the back of the mat with both feet. You have the option to rock the weight of the body into the hands. Good jump back. Lift the tailbone up as you draw the weight of the body into the back of the heels, back of the body, downward dog. Bring it forward once again for plank. Press out for downward dog. One more, plank. And down dog. Good. Lifting your right leg up. Send it up towards the sky. Draw the right foot back as you drop down into that left heel. Pointing the right toes up and back behind you. Go ahead, lower the right foot down. Do the same on the left side, lifting the left leg up. Pull the weight of the body back into that right heel. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Lowering the left toes down. Go ahead, look to the top of the mat. Spring jump step to the top of the mat. Take as many steps as you need to. Forward fold. Ragdoll. Rising up to chair. Inhale, rise. Good. 2 more breaths. Sit, move. Good. Forward fold. Jump into the back of that. Downward dog. 3-legged down dog. This time, as we lift that right leg, bend the right knee. As you pull that left heel down, roll or steer the torso over to the right, looking underneath the right armpit. Breathe in here. Squeeze that heel in towards the glute here. Breathe. Taking it deep today. Breathe. Good. Roll the hips back square. Straighten that right leg. Lift it up behind you. And lower it down to the mat. Press it up. Think forward for plank. And press it up. Good. Left leg up this time. Spin the knee. Squeeze as you steer the heart towards the left. Look underneath the left armpit. Breathe up through the nose. Out through the mouth. Straighten that left leg. Steer the hips back to the mat. Lower the left toes. Look to the top of the mat. Step or jump to the top. Forward fold. Ragdoll. Beautiful. Last one, chair pose. Good warming up here. We should be nice and warm. Lower those hips. Go ahead, forward fold. Step or jump to the back of the mat. Find a plank pose first. Push it out. Down dog. Good. Right leg up. Three-legged down dog. Open and squeeze that heel in. Maybe drawing the foot over past that left glute a little bit more. And then steer the hips back. Straighten that right leg. Drop those left heels. And then lower the right leg down. Plank pose. And down dog. Good job. Left side. Squeeze. Steer. Breathe. Steer it back. Straighten that leg. Drop the right heel. And bring it down. Look ahead. Jump to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Ragdoll. Good. So recalling your intention. The intention that I set for this class is joyful acceptance. The ability to see what shows up on your mat, bringing an element of gratitude for all the parts, all the things that show up. All right, let's continue with our sequence. We're going to take this step by step. Bring your hands down to the mat and go ahead and walk to the back of the mat. Bring the knees down. Untuck your toes. Take a pause for me for just a moment. Wide-legged child's pose. Big toes together. Sinking back into the hips here. Then lower the belly, lower the head. Breathe. So the few of the poses we're going to move through as transitions. And a few of the poses we're going to hold for at least 3 breaths. They will be the ones that offer the opportunity for us to go a little bit deeper into the body and into the energy and experience of your practice. Bringing the hands out in front towards the top of your mat, go ahead and peel the spine back up. Walk the knees in. Lifting up with the tailbone, lifting up with the heart for cow pose or cat lift. Tuck the toes under. We're going to rise into downward dog. Good. Moving into a plank pose. So we're taking this in a flow. Lower the thighs down and lift the chest for upward dog. Shoulders low. To transition here, softly bend the knees, lower them to the mat. Send the hips back. Then rise back up into down dog. So it creates this fluid motion as you continue to do that. Coming forward into plank. Lower the thighs. Lift the heart. Send the knees down towards the mat, drawing the hips back. And let them rise up again to downward dog. Do that one more time. Plank to up dog. Knees down, hips back, breathing in, down dog. Beautiful. Moving back into that 3-legged down dog, lifting up. I'm going to use my left leg. So lift your left or right, it's up to you. You can stay with me if you lift your left leg. Good. Bending into the knee, we're going to bring that knee forward, Laying the knee down between the hands, coming into pigeon pose, laying the shin down. Untuck the back toes. So here we're going to take a little element that we've never really done before. Pull the pubic bones forward and then tailbone tucking under. You're going to feel that stretch in the front of that right hip. You're on the left side with the knee forward. Lift the tailbone up behind you and sink the hips down as you lean forward. We're going to do that again. Inhale, rising up with the chest. Pull the tailbone under. Lift the tailbone up and fold it forward. Last time. Rising up, breath in. Pull the tailbone under. Lift the tailbone up. This time as you come down, go ahead and stack the hands. Let the belly come down towards that left thigh, bent knee. Two more breaths. Remember, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful. Pressing the ground away, lift up with the torso. Rock back onto that left thigh. And we're going to bend our right knee behind us. So we come into deer pose. There we go. Lifting the arms up and out of the hips. Rotate the torso to the bent knee, the front of your mat, and pull the torso down. Breathing here, draw the chin in towards the throat. Leading the left hand or the same hand as the bent knee, pressing down into the mat. Lift up and take the right hand over to the opposite side, and then lift up and move into a side bend. Good. We're going to do the same flow just to this point on the other side. Windmill the arms back around. Release the back leg by rolling that right hip forward and down. Same movement at the same time. Press the ground away. Step back the left foot, down dog. Good job. Breathe. Let's go through that flow. Coming into plank pose. Lower those thighs. Lift up with the heart. Upward dog. Let the knees sink down as the tailbone comes back. Downward dog. As we continue, we are going to start speeding it up a bit. But remember, listen to what's going on in your body. So the pace that we're going is not really working for you. Just meet us where you can. All right, take it to the other side. Left leg rises. Well, that's right leg. Right leg rises for me. Might be the same for you. Bend into the knee, three-legged down dog. Look to the top of the mat. Pulling it forward for pigeon. So remember, we're going to take it into a little bit deeper. Pull that tailbone under as you lift the heart. Good. Lift the tailbone up behind you as you sink the heart forward. Again, tucking that tailbone, lift. And lower. Last time. This allows us to get into the belly of the muscle, starting at the connection point in the hips to go all the way down. Breathe, 3 breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Right, as you come back up, roll over onto the thigh of the bent knee. Turning the torso, bend into the back knee, and find deer pose. Arms up, inhale. Steer the torso to the front of your mat and lower down. Leaving the right hand where it is. Inhale, rising up and steering that left arm over to the other side, and then moving into a side bend. Lift up and out of that right waist to the fingertips to the back side of your mat. Good. Windmill back to the front, all parts. Remember, rocking back, straightening the leg, and then rocking the hips over. Press down into the mat, tuck the toes, rise up, downward dog. Walk it out. All right. Let's add on. So first, take it to upward dog. Transition to down dog. One more time, upward dog. Pull it through. Lift that heart, lower those hips. Knees sink down, tailbone back, and up. Three-legged down dog, left leg rising. Bend that knee, steer those hips, look under the armpit. Good. Steer them back. Pull that knee forward, pigeon pose. Find that foundation first, pull the tailbone under, lifting the heart. Lift the tailbone out behind you, come all the way down, 3 breaths. Good. Moving into our deer flow. Rising up, roll over onto that thigh, bend the back knee. Inhale, arms up. Steer the heart towards the front of your mat, lower down for just a moment. Now, if you need to just leave one of your hands back here and you're just steering your heart, you can do that as well. Left hand stays to the mat. Inhale, rising up and take it over to the right. Good. Lifting up and out of that left hip. Beautiful. All right, bring that left hand back around. And this time we're going to slide that right leg forward, planting the foot in front of or near the left knee, moving into a seated twist. Inhale, circle those arms around to go up, lifting up and out of the hip, steering the heart towards the right. Bring the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you, and look behind you, twist. Good, keep hugging that right knee in towards the center. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. This is our first twist, so be gentle. Moving into a counter twist, lift the arms, steer over to the left, bring those hands down in front of the left thigh. Just gentle press of the fingertips into the mat, twist a little bit more to the left, look over the left shoulder. Beautiful. And bring it back to the front. So the next move is a little tricky, but we're going to work through this together, okay? So you want to use your body as a place of momentum. As you rock forward and back, you're actually going to use that momentum to help bring you forward and into a standing position. It may take a couple of coordinating movements, but it's part of your balance. It's part of creating that the agility that's in our body. So bring the hands down to the mat, rock back and rock forward and push down. Come onto the knee and the foot. We're going to rise up into half moon. So first, lifting the hips, lift that back foot up behind you. Extending it from out of the hips. Place the right hand in front of the right foot. Lift the torso up and out of that right shoulder and bring the left hand to the hip. Good, breathe in here. Hold and breathe. Beautiful. Go ahead and pull that left leg down, moving into a forward fold. And we'll walk the feet all the way to the back of the mat. You can start to see how this dance is going to happen. Find your down dog. Find your plank. Find your upward dog. Transition to down dog. Rippling through those movements, upward dog. One more. Landing in our down dog. Good. Right leg lifts this time. Bring it up. Bend the knee and find your 3-legged down dog. Pigeon pose is next. Pulling it forward and landing it down on top of the toes. Pull that tailbone in as you lift up at the heart. And then lift the tailbone up, lower down. 3 breaths. This is a super important hold as we continue. So allow whatever wants to relax on that last exhale. Good. Pressing down. Rock back, and then bend that back knee behind you. Inhale the arms around to go up. Turn towards the front of your mat. Exhale, lower down for deer pigeon. Good. Keeping that right hand to the mat. Inhale. Rise up. Take it over to the left. Lift that right arm up. bring the hands back to the front. Go ahead and slide that left leg forward. Plant the left foot down to the mat. Seated twist. Inhale, arms up, lift the heart. Twist to the left. Holding that left knee in. Left hand comes down. Beautiful. Take it to the other side. Remember gripping the ground with those fingertips. Use that as a way to steer the torso a little bit more over to the right. As we bring it back to the front, remember we're doing that rocking motion. So you will have to figure out how this fits in with your agility right now. What I tend to like to do is actually release that back leg just a little bit, place my hands down, rock back, and then rocking forward, coming onto the knee and onto the foot. Rising up, that right leg comes back behind me. Left hand comes down in front. Right hand rises to the hip if that's available. Keep reaching and extending back from that right hip. The right waist. Good, breathe. Beautiful job. All right, pull that right leg in. Place it down next to the left. Take it into a forward fold. Maybe you can place my hands on the calves and hug the body to the left. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Start to feel that sense of joy. Just as a warning, we will be doing the breaths of joy, so if you have people in the house, you'll be able to walk out of the room and smile and be like, what was going on there? All right, let's go through the flow. Continuing to add on. Hands to the mat. Jump or step to the back of the mat. Find your down dog. Moving through that flow. Plank. Up dog. Breathe. Knees to the mat. Tailbone up. Exhale. Keep going. 2 more. Breathing in through the nose here. Good. Hold your down dog. Left leg rises. 3-legged down dog. Looking to the top of the mat. Pull that left knee forward. Lower the hips. Lift the heart. Tuck that tailbone. Pull it under. Lift it up. Exhale down. Stay in your pigeon. 2 more breaths. Allow the breath to bring you up. Rock back. The foot comes behind you. Good. Arms up. Twist to the front. Lower the hands down. Good. Pull that chin in here. Keeping the left hand to the mat. Lift the right arm up and take it all the way over into a side bend. Beautiful. Bringing the hands back to the front. Bring that right knee back around. Come into a seated twist. Twisting to the right. Sitting up nice and tall here. Keep hugging that right knee. You got it. Take it to the counter stretch. Looking behind you. Pressing those fingertips into the mat. Twist. Beautiful. Bring it back to the front. Preparing to come up. Rock it forward. Come onto the knee and the foot. Rising up into half moon. Let's take it into a little bit of a balance challenge here, okay? Warrior 3, lifting that right hand up and off the ground, lift up with the heart. We're only going to stay here for a second as a transition. Bringing that left knee forward, cross it over the right. You can bring the toes down to the mat if you need to. Bending into the left elbow, hook the right elbow underneath, and come into eagle pose. Good, breathe in here. Extending those elbows forward as you round the back of the body, spreading those shoulder blades apart. Playing with your balance by touching that left toe up and down onto the mat. 2 more breaths. Sitting low. You can do it. Good. As we uncoil the arms, we're going to lift that left knee up. Now you have two options. You can do a left knee squeeze, or you can grab the toe. And if you grab the toe, start playing with extending the foot out for straight leg. Right hand to the hip. It's up to you. Lifting up and out of that right leg. Keep playing with it. Breathe. Good. Release the left leg, lower it down, arms up, and swan dive forward. Step or jump to the back of the mat. Down dog. Moving through the flow 3 times. Plank. Up dog. Moving to down dog. Last one. Good job. Right leg, let it rise. Bend the knee. Pull it forward. Find your pigeon. Pull that tailbone under. Keep breathing through the nose. So it's easy to move right to breathing through the mouth. Use this time to regulate your breath, which helps to regulate your emotions. A lot of the hip and leg work is related to our sense of stability and groundedness. Bringing everything up. Good. Rock onto that right thigh. Left foot comes back. Arms up. Twist to the front. Hands come down. Pull that chin in here. Leave the right hand to the ground. Then mill the left arm up and back. Right arm rises. Lift up and out of that hip. Side bend. Good. Our seated twist is next. Take your time. Be very mindful of every movement that you make. Right elbow hooks to the left knee. And twist to the left. Counter stretch to the right. Feel that air passing through the nasal passages, that coolness that helps to keep the body temperature regulated. Bring it back to the front, preparing to come up to standing. Rise up into half moon. Warrior 3 is next. Breathe. Lifting up and out of that left leg. Rising up. Pull it into eagle. Cross that right leg over the left. Bending into the right elbow this time. Hooking the left underneath. Spreading those shoulder blades. And breathe. Lower the hips. Gives you a better opportunity to touch the toes to the mat if you need to. So if you're feeling this in your ankle, my suggestion would be to pull the weight of the body back into the hips by tucking the tailbone just slightly. Good. One more breath. Moving into our standing knee squeeze or standing leg extend. It's up to you. Left hand to the hip. Find your balance posture. Remember using a focus point. Last breath. Release the right foot. Arms up. Forward fold. Soft bend to the knees here. Release the belly to the thighs. All right, we are almost there. And then we're going to go through the whole sequence. So we're going to finish up the last few poses of the sequence. I'm going to connect all of them together. 1 breath per link, except when we're holding your pigeon. Hands to the mat. Take a deep breath in. Step or jump to the back of your mat. Down dog. Good. Rippling through that flow 3 times. Plank, up dog, back to down dog. There's 2 rounds of breath here. Exhale as you lower those hips. Good. Breathing in and transition. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Left leg up. Bend the knee. Three-legged down dog. Squeeze it out and twist here just a little. And then pull that left knee forward. Pull that tailbone under. And as you lift, lower down. 3 breaths here. Beautiful. Pressing the ground away. Moving into our deer pose. Arms up. Steer the heart to the front of the mat. Bring those hands down. Keep pulling that right hip back. Chin to the chest. Good. Left hand to the mat. Right arm rises up. Takes it over to the other side. We move into a side bend. Exhale here. Good. Sliding that right leg forward and planting the foot down. Hooking the left elbow. Twist. Moving into a counter twist. Arms up. Take it over to the left. Sinking the hips back and down. Good. Bring it back to the front. Rock the weight of the body back. Step, plant, rise. Half moon, extend that leg behind you. Pull that left hand up. Good. Inhale to warrior 3. Transition, bring it to eagle. Cross the left leg over. Right elbow underneath the left. Pull those shoulder blades apart. Beautiful. Release into that standing knee squeeze or extended leg. Good job. Bend the knee. Cross the right, left over the right. We're going to go into a chair pigeon. So you can place, just real quick, I'm going to pause you for a second. You can place the ankle on the knee, if that's what you'd rather do. Or you can cross the thighs. It's up to you. Good. Moving into a forward fold now. Keep the leg onto the right leg. Hands come down. Now here we want to lift up and out of that right hip as the torso folds down. Keep breathing. Good. Release the left foot down to cross over the right. So my right foot is closer to the left, my left foot is closer to the right. Forward fold. Pull that chin in. Deep stretch here. Good job. Breathe. Good. Uncross the legs. Lower the hips down. Bend the right knee and slide the right heel over to the left. Left leg crosses for shoelace. And the last one. Sitting up nice and tall. Hinging forward. There we go. Hold it here. 3 full breaths. Now you may notice that the right knee is already bent in preparation for pigeon pose. Yes, yes, yes. So let's bring the torso up. Release the left leg and send it all the way back. Swing it back behind you. Rock the hips over to the left. Hands to the mat. Pull that tailbone under. Lift the heart. Good. Lift the tailbone up. Lower the chest. 3 breaths here. Nice. Moving through the flow on this side. Bend that left knee back behind you. Arms up. Steer to the right. Lower down. Good. Leave that right hand where it is. Lift the left up, out, and over. Now lift the right arm. Take it to the side bend. Soft smile to the face here. As we bring that right hand back around, slide the left knee around and plant the foot for seated twist. Left right hand to the knee or elbow and twist. You got it. Take it to a counter twist. Arms up and around. Fingertips to the ground and twist it out. So sit back under the hips here to make it a little bit deeper. Good. Bring it back to the front. Preparing to come up. Extend that right leg behind you. Left fingertips to the mat. Half bend. Warrior 3. standing, or eagle, sorry. So cross the right leg over, left elbow underneath the right. Standing knee squeeze or extended leg. Moving into chair pigeon. Moving into a forward fold. Ooh, yeah. Hold 2 more breaths. Lift up and out, let hip. Slide the right leg down, cross it over to the left foot. Holding down. Good. Uncross the feet. Sit back onto the hips, lower down. Left foot over, left leg is bent first, right crosses over. And fold into shoelace. Last breath. All right, sit back. Release the right leg, take it all the way back. Press the ground away, lift the hips, take it to down dog. All right, let's go through our entire sequence. So if you'll notice, the right side ended up on the left side ended up on the right. So we're going to go through the sequence twice, 1 breath per movement, except when we're doing our pigeon hold and our shoelace hold, okay? All right, let's go through the flow. Inhale to plank, exhale up dog. Inhale, transition to down dog. Exhale when you get there. 2 more, breathing in. Lifting the left leg up, pigeon pose, open it up, drop that right heel, coming forward. Good. Breathing in, tuck the tailbone. Breathe out, fold it down. Stay for 2 more breaths. Rising up, moving to deer pose, pulling that heel behind you, arms up, folding into your deer. Good. Left hand stays the mat, right arm up. Take it into a side bend. Inhale, bring it back to the front. Swing that right leg around, plant the foot. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms up, move into a counter twist. Inhale, back to the front, propelling yourself to come up. Send that left leg back, half moon. Breathing into warrior 3. Eagle pose is next. Left elbow underneath the right. Good. Standing knee squeeze or standing leg lift. Take it into chair pigeon. Move into a forward fold pigeon. Slide the left foot over, cross the right. Fold it down into a cross-legged forward fold. Good. Uncross the legs. Lower the hips. Take a seat. Right leg comes under. Left leg crosses over. Folding into shoelace. 3 breaths. Allow the thighs to relax on that next exhale. Good. The right knee is already bent, so let's rise up and out. Rock over to the right side, swing that left leg behind you. Pull the tailbone under. Lift it up. Lower it down. 3 breaths. Good. Our deer pose is next. Sitting back onto that right thigh. Bend into the left heel. Arms up. Moving to the front of the mat. Lower down. Good. Right hand stays where it is. Inhale, left arm up and over. Right arm follows for side bend. As we come back to the front, Go ahead and fold that left leg around, plant the foot, and twist. Deep breath in, lift up and out of the hips, counter twist. Good. Bring it back to the front, rock forward, press down, and then rise up into half moon. Warrior three. Moving to eagle, cross the right over the left. Right elbow comes underneath the left elbow here. Standing knee squeeze. Good. Pulling it in. Place the ankle onto the knee. Chair pigeon. Folded pigeon. Slide that right foot down on the cross. Cross-legged forward fold. Good. Uncross the feet. Sit back down. Left knee bends. Heel to the glute. Right leg cross. Folding forward. 3 breaths. Good job. All right, last one, rising up. Go to the full sequence, so spin that right leg back behind you, press the ground away. Step back, down dog. Good. Plank, up dog, back to down dog. Rippling through the flow and the breath. Last one. Good job. Let's start with the right leg. Lift it up. Bend the knee. Open up those hips. Good. Pull it forward. Pigeon pose. Tuck the tailbone under. Lift the heart. Lift the tailbone. Lower down. 3 breaths. Yeah, remember breathing in through the nose. Good. As you rise up, go ahead and swing that left leg back behind you. Take as many steps as you need to. Lift the arms and folding forward to the top of the mat. Right hand stays where it is. Inhale, windmill the arms. Right hand leads. Leading after. Bring it back. Preparing for your twist. So remember, we're doing the right side now, which we're going to finish up on the left. We finished up on the right or the left side, the right side of the last one. Good, bring it forward, up, and out. Wall arm, half moon. Good, warrior three. Eagle pose. Right elbow, underneath the left. Good. Taking it up to standing knee squeeze. Preparing for standing chair pigeon. Good. Pigeon pose. Cross that right over the left. Good. Uncross. Bring the hips back and down. Yes. All right, so now we're going to pull the left knee under, right over, saddle pose. Sorry, keep getting those mixed up. Shoelace. Saddle's the one where you're laying it back and that heel is up to the glute. Woo. Good. Coming up. Swing that right foot back. Tuck the tailbone, lift the heart. Lift the tailbone, lower down, 3 breaths. Stay with me as we continue. This is the last flow. Coming up, bring that right foot back. Good, arms up. Twist, holding down. Good, left hand stays to the mat, right hand left and over. Left hand follows. Good, see the twist is next. Swing that right leg around. And twist it out. Counter twist. Back to the front. Rock back, rock forward, and up. Half moon. Warrior three. Eagle. Left elbow underneath the right. Good. Standing knee squeeze. Extended leg if you choose. Pull it in for pigeon. Lower down for chair pigeon. Good. Pigeon fold. Slide the left foot crossing over the right. Lift up and out of the hips. Chin to the throat. Out of box. Sitting back down. Right knee underneath. Left knee over. Fold it out. Shoelace. Beautiful job. So we rise up and out. Take a moment, uncross the legs. Step the feet wide. Hands come back. Move it into hammock. Swing the knees out. You let the head just drape. Wow. All right. It's time for us to get ready to cool down. So spinning on your mat if you need to. We're going to do a few inversions for cooling down. Coming onto your back, go ahead and bend the knees, just to start. There's a lot of circulation happening in our lower portion of the body. So let's extend the right leg up first, flex the foot. Left leg follows, flex the foot. And then sweep with your feet, front to back. If it's available to you, go ahead and let the feet come beyond the head. Press the elbows down, the hands down to the mat. Lift the hips. You can pull the hands towards the buttocks and give them just a little bit of a push. If that's not available to you, then just let the feet hang over the head. We're going to move into plow pose if you're ready for that. As always, just being safe in your practice. Tuning into your heart, your gut, what feels right, what doesn't. One more breath here if you're with me. If there's an alternative that you're doing, good. Allow the hips to slide back towards the mat. To do this carefully, bend the knees. Keep holding onto the thighs as you roll back the spine, one vertebra at a time. Keep the feet together as you extend them down alongside the mat. Pull the elbows in towards the ribs. The hands placing them underneath the thighs, palms touching the thighs. You're going to press the elbows and the shoulders back and down as you lift the chest, lift the ribs, and then come onto the top of the head. Fish pose, breathing here. If fish pose is not available to you, that's completely fine. Just breathe wherever you are. One more breath, lifting up at the ribs so you're not collapsing into the head. Then sliding the head to the back of the head. Lowering down, release the arms, step the feet out wide. Allow the feet to fall open here. Find the palms to rest up. Bring your ring finger and your thumb together to touch you. This is the heart meridian. Breathing in through the nose. And letting the breath just gently fall out of the mouth. Just visualize the path of the breath, moving from the heart down the arms into the touch of your fingertips. Back up the arms, back into the heart. expression of love, gratitude, and joy. And holding that awareness of the meridian point, start to notice the sensations felt in the form of vibrations throughout the entire body. Visualize that energy that's been freed and released, able to move through your entire body to serve you in the best way that supports your highest good. Feeling the right side of the body and the left side of the body balanced. Masculine energies of doing and taking action. And feminine energies of receiving, being, and allowing. And directing all that energy into your heart space. And allow the body to relax, keeping the touch points of the fingers still together. Letting any holding in the feet dissolve into those sensations felt in the feet. Feeling the ankles, feeling soft. And the calves and the shins. Just allow them to melt into the mat. Letting the thighs slide away from the bones. Start to get the sense that the outline of the body is dissolving into the space around you. Relaxing the hips, pelvis. And feeling the pubic bones and the tailbone go soft. Belly softly rises and falls without you manipulating or controlling the breath. Just notice. Relaxing the rib basket. Just let it go. Letting the walls around the heart soften. You should just let it go. Releasing those collarbones. Letting go of any constriction felt in the neck or in the throat. Just sigh the breath away. Softening into the back of the head. Just letting it drop. Fully supported here. There's no need for any facial expressions. Just allow the muscles of the face to go soft. Allowing the muscles behind the eyes to relax. Let the eyes float. You can float your awareness back to the heart when you're ready. Imagining that all roads of the energy inside of your body and outside of your body exchange in and out of that heart space. Very gently. And to bring your awareness back to the physical body. Back into the awareness of the ring finger and the thumb touching. Feeling that slight vibrational movement in the body. Just recognizing all that is happening within you, for you. Enjoy the gratitude and awareness of that gift. Let's tune into that highest version of yourself. One that is consciously aware that between a stimulus and a response, there's always space. space to tune into your heart, space to breathe deeply, and space to exhale anything that no longer serves you. When you're ready, begin to wiggle the fingers, releasing the touch and the forward with the mudra. Wiggle the toes. Bringing movement back into the legs and into the arms. Extending the arms up overhead. Feeling the effects of your practice as you lengthen from the fingertips all the way down to the toes. Rocking the hips from side to side as you start to bend into the knees and let them sweep from side to side. Tucking the tailbone under, lowering the low back as you pull the knees up and in. Arms come back over and hug the knees to the chest. And as you rock from side to side, reawakening the spine, being aware of the hips. Take your rocking over to the right side using your left arm as a pillow. Pausing here for just a moment. Recalling your intention that you set at the beginning of the practice, that you use as an anchor through our time together. And just tune into the integrity that you owe yourself to be impeccable with the intentions that you set. Continue through the journey, moving forward, knowing when to rest, knowing when to take inspired action. Honoring your time now with 2 life-affirming breaths. Using your top hand to press down, propping yourself up, and coming out to seated. Bring our hands into a gesture of no fear. The right hand facing forward, the left palm facing up as we revisit those masculine and feminine energies. The right side of the body is considered our masculine side. The left side is considered our feminine. And in this hand gesture, we give and receive equally. This is the gesture of no fear. To be able to course back and forth through our masculine and our feminine sides and see that those energies help and support one another. So in everything that you do today, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, may you know peace, may you find the opportunities to give and receive all of that, wherever you are. Thank you for being a part of this experience. Thank you for being a part of this space. I honor you. I see you. Namaste. And as always, I love you. Let me know if you enjoyed that flow, that dance. And I will see you in the studio tomorrow. If you are here, make sure you sign up before you come to class. I think we have 3 spots left. So at least the last I checked, we have 3 spots left. Be safe, and I will see you tomorrow. And I'll let you know as far as what next week's going to bring. But talk to you later.